What do you get when you combine 49 minutes of flight time, 25-kilometer transmission range, and onboard intelligent AI operations? G'day, my name is Chris Clark, CEO of RocketDNA, and we're here to review DJI's new flagship model, the Matrice 4 series. Welcome. So let's unpack this together and explore what's inside. I think for lots of you who are professional users of this equipment, using this in an enterprise environment, you'll be quite pleased at sort of the sturdiness, robustness of this case. Pretty modular and easy to maneuver. But let's see if I can open. There you go. Let's take this through together. So immediately on your left over there, you're going to see the new RC Plus 2 OcuSync 4 controller over there. In the middle there, today we've got the Mavic 4E unit, which we'll showcasing with you, and then obviously all the sort of supporting nice new sort of battery chargers and systems there as well. Really kind of nice and compact, and put everything in one place, everything that you need to really kind of get up and go and get your missions up and running as quickly as possible. What's quite really interesting is sort of if you're having a first take when you sort of open up the units, and any kind of keen drone enthusiast, is the first thing you kind of look to is sort of the form factor, not only of the drone, is you always go straight to sort of the batteries, and I always take a personal sort of interest in looking at the sort of the power rating, the output here, which this one is just under sort of that 100 kilowatt hours. So quite possible to take on sort of in your hand luggage as well if you guys are traveling outside. The next sort of thing when we're looking at this and unboxing this is really getting into that controller, and here we have the new RC2 Plus unit and model as well. Pretty much the same size as the previous, but with a couple of enhanced benefits inside here as well, which we'll mention in a moment. Coming over to the drone, let's pull this out. Right, and you really kind of get a sense of the size of these units. These have come quite a long way since the original sort of Mavic series of the units that we used to experience. Now a lot of what you used to sort of pay for extras now comes sort of built in by standard, including the RTK module as well. They've made a little bit more space over here for the additional sort of modules, including the speaker and the lighting system, and even the 4G dongle, which gives you that pretty much almost unlimited range as long as you're within 4G signal area as well. So yeah, let's put this, let's unpack all of this, and let's go through each of the components separately. Turning the unit on, what do you really kind of see? Great fitting in hand, very light to touch. You'll be able to really kind of spend a whole day holding and operating this unit quite comfortably. The really nice big selling point here is this high brightness feature. With all the new functionality, which we're going to talk about shortly, including the 3D mapping modeling and the AI functionality, you're going to be spending a lot of time with this device, and it's really important just to understand and get really get comfortable and used to this form factor as well as the ability to be able to just kind of tap on the screen to really get the information that you need and be able to generate the flight paths right on this device. And I think DJI have done a really great job in understanding the conditions and the environments that us as operators, where we're going to be flying in, and what we need to be doing on site in combination to what all the pre-flight planning we do even before we get to site. So yeah, we're really quite excited to give this one a good fly. The demo unit that we've got here in front of us today is the Mavic 4E, so predominantly for those survey and mapping and mission operations that will be conducted on site. What you're seeing here really is a 1.2 kilo weighted drone, so still pretty robust, and so the composite materials that it's been built out really give it that sort of strength that we've expected to come from DJI's enterprise range. Like when you sort of see this again, the first thing you're kind of noticing is the RTK module is now built in, and really allowing us to really start getting a lot of those features now standard within the DJI ecosystem. Battery is inserted here at the back as well. The propellers flip as normal as what some of you may sort of be used to already on the Mavic series as well. But the most important thing, which we're going to chat about now, is really the new sort of sensor head that you're starting to view here as well. We won't go maybe too much into the visioning systems within this particular review as well, but DJI has invested a lot of time and money into understanding how these new Mavic 4 drones will be used within not only just inspections, but 3D modeling of really complex assets and infrastructure, such as electrical pylons and buildings as well. So a lot of great features around there. So let's take a look quickly now at the sensor head design. Here on the Mavic 4E, you're starting off on the wide 20 megapixel CMOS sensor as well. The camera there complemented with a 3x telecam. That's a 48 megapixel with a 1.1 focal length on there. And then that's on the last there, you then have a 7x telecam zoom on there with a 2.8 focal length there as well, also 48 megapixel. What's now come standard on the new Mavic 4 is the laser rangefinder, which has got a 1.8 kilometer distance range as well, giving you that exact positioning and guidance of whatever it's looking at. While we've got the 4E unit over here, a slight difference with the 4T sort of variant, what you're going to get over on the head, on the sensor head, is it'll instead of the wide angle zoom, you're then going to replace that with a 640 by 512 resolution thermal camera on there. And what DJI has now included, which is quite exciting, is the new infrared auxiliary light, which has a 100-meter range. Now that really will give you, especially in low light conditions, the ability to sort of pinpoint and illuminate and complement, essentially help the thermal sensor identify what you're trying to pick up in the dead of the night, especially in those low light conditions. So let's chat about some of the new smart features. Two of my personal favorites are really around the 3D smart captures, and as well as the AI operational value that this new unit brings. Talking about the 3D smart capture, we really want to kind of look at the ability for operators who are flying on site to generate very quick point clouds. So you're able to do a sort of a quick map and do onboard processing, sort of generating a very rough point cloud, which then allows you to generate a new flight plan and really allow to sort of find out any kind of sort of corners and elements that you may be missing around the asset which you will be modeling. So that's something to really look out for and really start to bring in DJI's full suite of products, not including just the controller, but DJI's Flight Hub and DJI Terra products as well. On top of this, we then have the DJI Intelligent Operations features that are within the units as well. This is only enabled within the live view component, so you're, as the operator using the controller, you'll be able to use the AI features to detect as well as count people, vehicles and vessels. So that's something quite new we haven't seen before as well, and really to help everyone on the ground when they're operating these particular units. What's also very interesting to note is that DJI is also bringing out a supposed AI developer plan. This will allow contributors to essentially train up your own version of an AI model using YOLO V8, and not only to install it on the device and use it to detect your own objects of interest, which could be koalas, sharks, crocodiles, especially a lot to do and anything in the public safety space as well. But you're even going to be able to distribute the models well. So a lot more, we're seeing a lot of shift going towards that sort of software sales side coming out of the DJI ecosystem, creating opportunities for creators and engineers, not only in the hardware and accessory space, but now within the software realm as well. Okay, so last thing probably to mention, we don't have the accessories here, but two noteworthy ones to mention is the new voice speaker that's coming on the system as well. So for all of those probably inspired by the COVID days, chasing people around. But we're also going to then get the spotlight functionality feature. So particularly useful if you're using the Mavic 4 Series T for security and public safety inspections. Having the voice speaker and the spotlight is going to really enhance your overall operations. The last one to mention on the Mavic 4E is the high precision RTK GPS unit, which we don't have with us, but this is a unit, a lot of you may be familiar with it from the Mavic 3 series as well, is a precision GPS unit that you're able to deploy, essentially acts as your sort of your ground station for the Mavic 4E drone. So that's it from us here at RocketDNA for our very first rocket review and reviewing the DJI Mavic 4E. Subscribe for more, as we're going to bring you some more exciting details, not only just the DJI products, but a lot of other product reviews and feature sets of us going out into actual environments in the mining sites, getting down and dirty in the action as well. And we'd really love for you to join us as we take you along on those journeys. So subscribe for more details. Otherwise, hit us up on all our social media handles as well, Twitter, X, whatever you call it now, and Instagram pages. We're really keen to connect with you and really explore how drones and automation are going to change the world and the world of business as we know it forever. Thanks again. My name's Chris Clark. Really been great spending this time with you. Good day.